Alright, hey there YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rando. I like to talk about books, movies, writing in general. This video is going to be me basically showing off the new shelves that we installed in here. As you can tell, the shelf behind me here is empty. At the start of the video here, basically we've already transferred all of the books off of that onto the new shelves. Then I go ahead and kind of put some order to them, and then I do a bookshelf tour and show you guys what I have in the collection. So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys these shelves. Hopefully that sounds interesting. Alright, let's go ahead, let's get into it. Alright, shout out to the production crew for getting these shelves put in and helping me move my books over to them. Now we just got to organize them into some kind of sensible organization. Okay, so now that we've got everything organized the way we like it, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the tour. I guess we'll start that off by just going ahead and saying the setup, how we got here. This used to be a white wall, but we went ahead and painted it. I think it was actually called Ocean Blue or something. So we painted the wall, and then we put in these L brackets. Get down here. See, it's just like a little bracket into the wall, and then a board laid on those brackets. We got 4 of those boards, and then you got your shelf, wall to wall, baby, wall to wall books. Gotta love that. Big shout out to the sister and the brother-in-law for basically building these shelves. I have to be honest, I helped paint the wall, but I did not put the shelves in, so appreciate that. Alright, so let's go ahead and start at the top here. You got the classic Dinotopia. Holding it down. 300. My copy is quite beat up there on the spine. I don't know if you see that, but that book is falling apart. It's a shame. I have to replace it. Got your flag case. Watchmen, the classic. I haven't read any of this, but man, look at the art. You just gotta put that on display. And then also some great art there. So that's the top shelf. Coming back here, you got this shelf is gonna be the non-fiction, and starting on the left you got like textbooks. And then you got some hiking stuff there. Moving on, these are my Penguin classics, and you got the Plato, Sophocles, Livy, Caesar. This is all history / I guess politics, philosophy, war. Got a pretty nice copy of The Art of War there. Lots of Lots of good nonfiction. This is kind of more moving into the more like modern stuff, I guess. Well, except for Last of the Great Scouts, but this is kind of like your more modern warfare stuff, Vietnam, and then Gulf War, that kind of thing, you know. And then you got moving in. This is like writing advice, books about writing, and then you got some more like just kind of seagoing / adventure / essays. And then moving in, we got the mythology stuff, you know, Power of Myth, Hero with a Thousand Faces. And then after that, we got the old graphic novel comic books here. Got 2 copies of From Hell. One is actually I just got this for free from donating at the library, and this one is in color, Master Edition. I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about the the From Hell in full color. I thought, you know, the black and white of the original kind of really helped sell the dirty, grimy Victorian London streets setting. And honestly, parts of the book are so violently graphic that I was okay with it being black and white. I was like, oh man, I don't really need to see this. Like, this is gruesome and brutal. I don't really need it to be any more realistic. Oh yeah, big Alan Moore fan. So, you know, I've got From Hell V for Vendetta. Obviously, there's another extra copy of Watchmen. There's that other one up top. Then you got Mouse, Petrograd, which I haven't read yet. Gary Larson's The Far Side. Hey, Gary Larson. Great stuff. The man was a genius. These were the original, the memes before memes were on the internet. That's The Far Side, basically. Alright, so yeah, that was the kind of the nonfiction in the comics. Coming in here on the next shelf down is going to be, this is general nonfiction and classics, kind of in an alphabetical by author order. So, starting it off, you know, and here you got Louisa May Alcott with Little Women's. You got Dances with Wolves, Cervantes, good old Shogun, and some other James Clavell's. Got your Heart of Darkness in there. Moving in, it got a couple of Charles Dickens, the Dostoevsky, which, man, I've tried several times and I can't get into this guy. Prefer Tolstoy, that's just me. Greatest Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, classics. Great stuff, always good to read. And then you're moving on, you got your William Faulkner's, okay, Lord of the Flies. You got your Iliad and the Odyssey. James Joyce, Ulysses. Have not read that yet. I'm a little intimidated to try. One day we'll get there. And then the classics continue down here. Okay. Rudyard Kipling, you got H.P. Lovecraft there. Cormac McCarthy's. Some Lonesome Dove. Moby Dick. You got Gone with the Wind tucked back there. Haven't read that one yet, but I watched the movie recently and it was really awesome. And then next up, you got Patrick O'Brian, the Aubrey Maturin series, also known as Master and Commander, the movie Master and Commander, which takes about like 4 of those books and mashes them together. Absolutely love this series. Actually, here's a book that goes with it. This is called A Sea of Words. This is literally just a glossary, dictionary of nautical terms to go with these books, because they're written in a way that it's like they really just puts you back in the time period, and these guys are saying words that you don't know, and if you're not have any experience in the Navy. So it's good to have a little reference alongside you to kind of see what's going on. Or you can use your phone if you have the discipline to look up a term and then put your phone right back down and keep reading, which can be tough. Anyways, coming back in. Ooh, we got a classic back there. Hatchet, peeking. You got Hatchet peeking. A couple of Edgar Allan Poes. The Overstory, William Shakespeare section here. Haven't read all of these, but a good chunk of them I've read. Pretty good stuff. And moving on, you got your Mark Twain, aka Samuel Clemens. Love this guy. Completely underrated here. Connecticut Yankee. And then you got your David Foster Wallace. Picture Dorian Gray to finish out the general fiction. Alright, so then on this side, these two shelves, this is going to be sci-fi and fantasy just mixed together because that's how I wanted to do it. This is all alphabetical, really. So you're going to start with Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker's Guide. You got some Ender's Game back there, and then Arthur C. Clarke, probably one of my favorite science fiction authors, just because the man was an actual scientist, and it shows in his writing. Okay, you got a couple Michael Crichtons, Philip K. Dick, little Neuromancer there. Ooh, got some Princess Bride. And then you got the Dunes. Just got this recently. I've never read any Conan stories, but I heard a recommendation to try them out. I've been trying them out, gotta be honest. I think I would have probably liked them more when I was 13. Coming back down here in the sci-fi fantasy section, you got a pretty unknown, I don't know, this little series here. That's the last one. I've got them out of order here. Excuse my organization. That's the first one there. Riddle Master of Head. Patricia A. McKillop. I remember reading that. I don't know, I was 13, 14 or so. It's a decent little fantasy series. Moving in, you got Larry Niven, The Integral Trees. I haven't read this in a long time, but I remember it being pretty freaking cool. Terry Pratchett. I keep hearing about this Discworld series. I've never read any of them, but one day I'll give those a go. I think my brother's reading the first one of those right now, actually. If he's watching, go ahead and leave a comment. I have more Chuck. We've got more Chuck Palahniuk, but it's on a different. It's put away somewhere. You got the Hyperion series. I don't know if you've never heard of this. This is some freaking amazing science fiction. I was kind of turned off by the cover art when I first received this as a gift, but man, thank you, sister, for getting me this series, because it is awesome. Probably due for a reread of that one pretty soon. Then you're moving into the Tolkien. We got lots of Tolkien here. We got 3 copies of the Silmarillion. Shout out to Derek for one of those. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Unfinished Tales, Children of Húrin. We've got 3 copies of Lord of the Rings. We've got a atlas of Tolkien's Middle-earth, so that's going to be like, I dropped it, but it's going to be like maps. Really cool looking maps, detailed maps of battles and stuff. You got the Tolkien Companion, which is kind of like that Sea of Words books. This is just literally like a glossary, you know. So, and then finishing everything off, got the Kurt Vonnegut books here. Never read any Kurtie V. I suggest Cat's Cradle as the entry, but I mean, you can really start anywhere. All right. That's my collection. Go ahead and feel free to comment down below any major missing books that you think I'm a total heathen for not having. I will just say, you know, this is a constantly evolving collection. Some of these books are going to go, some are going to come in. It's a constant flux state of things. So anyways, thanks for checking out the video, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.